nice. My name is Barat. What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about a triple threat match, or a fight between two of the biggest superstars in UFC history, being either Anderson Silva, Jones, or Georges St. Pierre. Each of them are about the same, or if not equal, in fighting abilities, but either of them has yet to face an opponent like themselves. But as a couple of days ago, I think it was September 27th. Everybody has been asking Anderson Silva to fight Georges St. Pierre, and he wasn't too sure about it before, because that means if he would fight Georges St. Pierre, that Anderson would have to go down a weight class and George would have to go up. But it's been Dana White has been asking these guys to give UFC fans a fight, and Anderson Silva finally came through and says that the fight will happen. He announced it. Now we don't announce when, because Georges St. Pierre just came back from an injury. He has a fight on, I believe it's November. Hold on, what was it? Yes, it's November 17th. It's St. Pierre versus Kondik, and Anderson Silva has a fight next Saturday against Bonner. I'm pretty sure both of the guys will win their fights. But could you guys picture how crazy that fight would be if Anderson Silva would fight Georges St. Pierre? Who do you think will win? Personally, I think Anderson Silva will win, because I've seen him fight Chael Sonnen the first time, when Chael Sonnen literally won each 3 rounds very easy. It was Anderson Silva couldn't defend himself. Now I know that Georges St. Pierre is a way better wrestler than Chael Sonnen, but if you think that Anderson Silva can survive 3 rounds of not being able to hurt his opponent at all, and then he could come back in the 3rd round and just make his opponent tap, what makes you think that he can't do that to Georges St. Pierre? I know that Georges St. Pierre is a crazy good wrestler. Like, his wrestling is crazy. He's probably one of the best wrestlers in UFC, if not the best. And I'm pretty sure if Anderson will fight him, that Anderson wouldn't want to take it to the mat, because he's at a very huge disadvantage. But I also know that George wouldn't want to stand toe to toe with Anderson, because Anderson he's a crazy striker. He is a crazy striker. Now, then that gives me an idea of Jon Jones. Jon Jones is a very, very, very good wrestler as well, and he's built just like Anderson Silva. Personally, I think Jon Jones versus Anderson Silva would be a better fight than Anderson versus Georges St. Pierre, just because Jon Jones and Anderson Silva are literally like twins. Like, they are built the exact same. Both are ruthless, and I just feel that fight would be a lot more entertaining to watch than either of those two. As you know, Anderson Silva is getting up in age, so he pretty much has beaten all the greats. He's beaten Rich Franklin, knocked him out. He's beating greats, and there's only a couple more fighters left that he has yet to face, and he's getting older. So I guess he's trying to get all his good fights in before he retires, just to prove a point. I mean, people claim Anderson is the best, but then some people say that Anderson hasn't beaten enough good people to be considered the best yet, which I guess you can kind of say, but you can't kind of say, because anybody who is somebody Anderson already beat, and all he has to do, if he beats Georges St. Pierre, and if he does decide to fight Jon Jones and beats him, then it's obvious that Anderson Silva was the best ever to step foot in the UFC ring. There's no second thoughts or nothing. I pre-nated that guy because I just knew he was coming. But what if a crazy event happened? I don't know if you guys watch wrestling, but now wrestling has triple threat matches. What if UFC had the first ever triple threat match? That would be crazy. I don't know how it would happen, because it's not like UFC and wrestling, you can just kind of grapple each other. Like, you have to box and you have to actually fight, and it would be hard to. I know that will never happen, but like, you just think about the amount of people that would tune in for those fights. Oh, that's crazy. But I kind of want to talk about Jon Jones a little bit. And he's new, and the fact that he is so good, but he is so young, he's honestly incredible. I think in a couple years, Jon Jones will probably be the best. After Anderson retires, after Anderson Silva retires, I'm pretty sure Jon Jones will be the only good person probably left in the UFC. Not like good, like he'll be the only good person, but he'll be the best person left in the UFC. Right now, I think the best person is Anderson Silva. He's proven everything to me. He's beaten anybody who he needed to. He's fought anybody. He has never backed down from a fight. So what else is there left for the man to do? Like, he's just obviously good at what he does. Now, the fight against Chael Sonnen, the first fight, even though Anderson had a rib injury, or yeah, I think it was a rib injury, he still took the fight and still managed to give Chael a run for his money. It's just Chael had a very smart game plan, took Anderson Silva to the ground each round, which Anderson couldn't really do anything. But if Anderson has to understand, if he fights George St. Pierre, he can't let that happen because George St. Pierre isn't an amateur like Chael Sonnen, and George St. Pierre will end the fight if he keeps taking to the ground. It's pretty common sense to end it. But if you watch the second part of the fight, the rematch, Anderson Silva, like the first round, it was pretty much even. Anderson Silva was toying with him like always, like he does with most of his opponents. But the second round, Anderson like he went into crazy mode. He had turned it up a notch. He really started giving it to Chael Sonnen. It was probably one of the easiest victories I've seen Anderson had, besides when he fought Franklin, when he just dropped his guard and just punched him in his chin and knocked him out. He didn't punch him hard. But it was pretty much a good fight. I respect Chael Sonnen, but I don't respect Dana White just keep giving Chael Sonnen all these fighting opportunities. That's not fair to all these other fighters like who probably have been fighting and etc. And just Chael Sonnen gets all these title shot opportunities. I don't think that's fair. But I don't know when the fight between George St. Pierre and Anderson will happen. I just know that it's been talked about. So hopefully it'll be sometime soon. That'll be good. And I honestly, for that fight, my teammate is a huge George St. Pierre fan. I'm hopefully that is sometime when I'm in college, and if it is, I'll go over his house and watch it. I've been trying to tell him that Anderson Silva is ruthless. I don't think there's anybody in the UFC who can stand toe to toe with Anderson Silva, probably except for John Jones, because like I said, they're literally built just alike. And Anderson Silva is undefeated in the octagon, and pretty much so is all of them. They're all extremely good, and they're all pretty much the best in their weight class. Which Anderson being middleweight, George St. Pierre being welterweight, and John Jones being light heavyweight. Now, for them to fight, each of them will have to do some type of training, which means if George St. Pierre will fight Anderson, which that is happening, George St. Pierre will have to go up 5 pounds, and Anderson Silva will have to drop 5 pounds. Anderson will fight John Jones. Anderson will have to go up, and that's pretty much it. Anderson will just have to go up, or John Jones will have to lose like 5 pounds. I don't know how it will happen, but those fights, when they happen, they're gonna be crazy. I can already tell by the excitement that's put into it. Well, I hope you guys like my thought about the triple threat. Hey, let's get fucking dead.